heavy metals that makes your cell phone work can only come from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So everyone who has a cell phone, that cell phone came directly from forced child labor. Kids who've been sold into that labor, kids who have been coerced into it, they harvest that metal for you.
The number one thing that for college students I say they need to be aware of and need to do is know what they're buying. So for example, Hershey's is a company that is not fair trade. Hershey's chocolate is made with child labor from cocoa beans harvested in West Africa. Maybe produced and made in the United States, but you're still supporting an industry.
From electronics to foods, how much do we really know about human trafficking in the state of Maryland and throughout the country?
Maryland has been called the perfect storm for human trafficking, so we really wanted to help combat that in any way we could.
UMD Feminists President Jill Santos says Maryland's Interstate 95, which runs straight through the state, allows for traffickers to easily get children to different places like Baltimore and the nation's capital.
Human trafficking is the big umbrella term. Then you have sex trafficking, labor trafficking, organ trafficking.
UMD Feminists hosted Power of the Purse on Thursday to help bring awareness to students. Danielle Lohan of the Maryland Coalition spoke to students about human trafficking.
I get a lot of times people who raise their hands and they're like, well, I'm not trafficking anyone, so I'm okay, right? Well, we're all supporting an industry by making purchases which fuel the industry. We shouldn't be discarding something that is old just because it doesn't look nice anymore. We need to know that when we purchase something, a lot of times it can be made with forced or child labor, which isn't something that we want to be financially supporting.
Lohan says one of the main problems is that no one knows who slaves are anymore.
And we have gotten a lot worse at identifying slaves because they don't just look like one person or one group of people anymore. They can be anything.
So how can consumers find where their products are coming from? Lohan says it's as easy as a Google search to find fair trade products, which just means
it's been through a vetting process to make sure that there's no slavery components made throughout the supply chain. The United States spends $11 to $13 billion a year. We're the #1 consumer of human beings worldwide. So everyone is perpetuating this issue. When we buy fair trade or we buy products made without slave labor, we're sending the message that we're not going to be complicit in this atrocity anymore.
In College Park, I'm Joyce Koh for the Diamondback.